Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Major, where we debate the hottest topics in sports. I'm Sun Sports editor Ted Wyman. I'm joined by columnist Paul Friesen and football writer Kirk Penton. We're going to talk about the Blue Bombers, as usual, fellas. Mike Kelly, the embattled coach of the Blue Bombers, and I got to tell you guys, he's reminding me of Rocky these days. He takes so many punches, but he keeps getting up off the canvas, and you got to give him some credit for his resilience, but it's been an extremely tough start to the season, and there's a lot of people calling for his head. Should Mike Kelly be fired?
You're asking me?
I'm asking you.
The number one critic of Mike Kelly since day one?
Yeah, well,
the guy who dumps on him every other day? No. I don't think he should be fired. I think you get a year to prove that you at least are on the right track and have a clue what you're doing. Through 10 games, it doesn't look like he's on the right track and has a clue what he's doing offensively. But I give him a year, not only because they can't afford to make a coaching change now, but really everybody deserves a full season at least to prove they're in the right position, and he deserves it.
This is going to be a pretty boring 5-minute major, I'm sorry, but...
You agree?
Yeah.
Hey.
You got to give him a year. Just like Doug Barry should have gotten a year after going to the Grey Cup. He should have got another year after that, but he didn't.
Well, I don't agree at all with either one.
I know you don't, so tell me why.
Well, why? Because this team has done absolutely nothing to show that they're heading in the right direction. They've looked like they've been regressing offensively. The coach is stubbornly refusing to make the kind of changes necessary to be a stronger offensive team. He's sticking to an old system that's not working. It looks like a high school team with the players standing out there holding their cards up and guys out on the field checking their wristbands trying to figure out what's going on. They look lost, and it was embarrassing to the fans of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers what happened on Sunday in the Banjo Bowl, and that kind of a loss is a coach killer. I don't think that guy deserves to be the coach of the Bombers anymore.
He wasn't the one fumbling the ball, and he wasn't the one serving up the interceptions. Like Michael Bishop on his first interception, went to the sideline, threw it back into the middle of the field, and it was picked. And he came off the field, and Kelly points to the stands. Throw it into the stands. Like Michael Bishop should know better, but he obviously hasn't figured it out. So you got to go with Casey Brownlett this weekend. Even though
my goodness. A quarterback who's been here, what, a week?
Why not?
Oh, that's desperation.
Can't get worse.
Bishop has done nothing.
Yeah, but they're in a desperate situation. And why are they in a desperate situation? Because it was created by a head coach who came in with far too cocky of an attitude about his quality as a head coach.
Just because he's cocky doesn't mean he has to be fired. How has he proven in
any way that he's qualified to be a head coach of a CFL team?
He won 3 games. He's won 3 more games. That's 3 more than we've all won.
And that's 1 more than Doug Barry had at this time last year.
That's true.
Correct?
Yeah.
Can't
that's
believe
a
I'm
fact.
Defending this guy.
Are you feeling okay?
I heard Mr. Penton on another show say that this 3-7 is a lot worse than last year's 2-8.
That's true. It is
and
worse.
Why? Because they're getting blown out by everybody, and they're looking terrible.
No, they're not getting blown out by everybody.
No. 2 blowouts, Montreal and Saskatchewan.
Yeah. The rest have been
the game
close.
In Saskatchewan was not a particularly
2 touchdowns.
Close game.
2 touchdowns.
It didn't look to me in either of the games, the Labor Day Classic or the Banjo Bowl, that the Bombers deserved to be on the same field as the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Their defense isn't terrible, and their special teams aren't terrible. That's 2/3 of the game. Their offense is absolutely putrid, and that's why they got blown out the other day, because they started.
Offense?
Well, he did. He did.
And the
but he doesn't anymore. Manny Matsakis does.
He's supposed to be the guru of
maybe Manny Matsakis is in trouble.
And the offense and the quarterbacks are terrible.
He never called himself a guru.
No, he didn't. But he said no one's going to touch his quarterbacks, and now Manny Matsakis has his hands all over
them.
You got to admit, too, though, that there's been so many things go wrong off the field, so many things that just seem to have been mishandled, and it's contributed more and more to this atmosphere, this amateurish atmosphere around it. And I would suggest that that's part of the reason why I believe he hasn't shown that he's qualified to be a head coach.
It's been a bit of a gong show, hasn't it? And the decisions,
it has.
It's been so easy to question and second guess it. We're having a field day in the media where we do that kind of thing. I still say, give him to the end of the year and see if he can right the ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, if this team, goes 8-10, then it's just the same as last year, right? But he has almost no chance of getting better than that.
And it's not just the record; it's how they're playing.
Yeah, they got to show
is
something.
there some hope?
They have to show something.
Yes.
They have to show that there is progress on offense. Yes, the defense has been okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the special teams has been okay. There has to be some very significant progress on offense and some sort of change in the way that they do things with the quarterbacks and the receivers, because those guys are not at all on the same page.
No.
Got to get those guys on the same page and show that it can be done before I'd put any stock in Mike Kelly as a coach.
I'm not sure it matters who plays quarterback in that offense.
We're going to find out on Sunday.
We're going to find out on Sunday.
Good luck, Casey Bramlett. Gentlemen, thanks very much. A spirited 5-minute major. And thank you for watching this week. We'll talk to you again next week.